Well, Pat, we watched a movie about a plane and metal and gothness, and then we watched this. This is, I don't know what the hell this is, to be honest with you, but we'll get to that later.
It's hardly a movie.
Yeah. Pat, would you like to explain our first movie, which is Turbulence 3, Heavy Metal?
Yeah, Turbulence 3 Heavy Metal is delightfully ridiculous. It's about a death metal band that's playing a concert on a 747 flight.
Yep.
Don't know if it's the first concert in the air. I don't know if that, with a crowd of about 15 to 25 people.
Yeah.
These lucky people that scored tickets.
Yeah.
And then some hijinks happen. Hijacking.
There's
Hijacking hijinks.
Yes.
See the lead singer, Slade Craven.
Slade Craven, who is on the back here. This is Slade Craven. I'm not sure what they're trying to go for with that. Just like a generic goth guy with like
Oh, and did they get a generic goth
yeah.
guy?
They were like kind of, I guess, capitalizing like the new metal shitty craze, I guess.
This movie was made in 2001.
2001.
We were watching it like, wow, the 90s were so schlock. No, it was 2001.
Yeah, this definitely feels like a 90s movie.
It does not age well whatsoever.
No. Let's get to the real heart of this. If you love technology, this is the movie for you.
This is a movie for you.
Because this is nothing but guys and girls, well, guys and one girl, talking on cell phones and cordless phones.
And on the computer.
Bluetooth headsets.
There was no Bluetooth headset.
All their headsets, I feel like.
No, they had cords.
I don't know. They might have had cords, but I feel like some of those are Bluetooth. And it's just 99% of this movie is just people talking on the phone.
There's a point in this movie wherever most of the movie has been different conversations between two people. You got the hacker guy, and you got the hacker guy talking to the real Slade Craven on right, and then you have fucking Joe Maserati.
Yeah,
he's there, right, at fucking FAA control or some shit. No, the web studio, right? He's
right,
there,
yeah.
But he's there talking to the FBI agent that's with the hacker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got fucking the control tower talking to the FBI agent. And then suddenly all of them are talking to each other. They're all on a 6-way call.
It's like a big old 90s like party chat whenever you could like pick up the phone and you were talking to like 20 different people.
Oh my god, it doesn't even dial. Like he literally picks up the phone and is like, "Hey, give me the FBI."
Let's do our best to start from the actual beginning.
The beginning.
It was them in a limousine, right? It was Slade Craven and his band.
And then they get to the airport and
in
they
the
go,
limousine, yeah. And they
go
open the
through,
doors
and they go through the fans, and one of them makes out fucking heavy metal Bono makes out with some random fan.
That's right, yeah.
Gene Simmons meets Marilyn.
That looks like Bono. And then they go inside, and then you see them going through security. This whole bit of, oh, you know what would be funny? Is a scene wherever all these goths and all their metal fucking bullshit going through a security check.
Right, yeah. It's them in like their little green room area, and they're eating strawberries,
drinking champagne,
listening to classical music,
listening to Bach.
Yeah. All these guys are drinking champagne.
Yeah, really.
It's like the most,
that's metal as hell.
Least metal thing to drink.
Ain't easy being the Antichrist. All those pentangles and human sacrifices.
It's not easy being the Antichrist.
They're just
it's all like slow, and they're all like, "Oh, this is all."
And they're completely goth, you know, just.
And then Slade Craven's like, "All right, boys, let's turn it on."
No, he goes. What he really said was, "All right, guys, let's do the hustle."
All right, boys, showtime. Let's do the hustle.
Bum This is not what I signed up for.
Rutger Hauer's in this, which is interesting.
Yeah, very small amount of time.
Yeah, he's
extremely small.
He's like, I guess he's the second in command villain.
He's like the guy.
He's the pilot,
the co-pilot
who
co-pilot himself.
He's sitting down the whole time in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
he actually checks his watch. Like, shouldn't I be doing something?
Yeah, I feel like they literally wrote him a check, and he's like, "I'll be in your movie. You're gonna pay me decent, but I will not stand up.
No, I'm just going to sit in this this co-pilot chair."
Oh, let's give him a little music while we all die.
What the fuck was the TSA doing? Later on in the movie, there's like 4 guns that find their way on board.
Right,
They didn't do their
yeah.
job.
Every person that wanted to bring a weapon on board brought a weapon on board.
The co-pilot had a gun. Fake Slade Cravens, he had a gun.
Yep. The TSA is so terrible at their jobs. Everybody's got guns on this plane.
Oh. Who was that dude that was killed? That the hacker was like, was that real? Did that just happen? This guy gets shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's right. He was just some random guy. He was like a red shirt from Star Trek.
Never brought up again in the movie.
Yeah, he was gone. Yeah.
No corpse.
Yeah.
Nothing. No blood stain
no
on
blood.
the floor.
And it's funny because like he shoots him in the back of the neck.
Yeah.
And you would think that might like pierce the plane and then might cause an issue. But he just kind of like pulls the trigger and the guy like does a weird vibration.
They shot guns really willy-nilly on this
Yeah,
one.
they did not give a shit.
I mean, I think she's super talented.
The one time someone's not looking at a monitor, somebody dies. Is that real? Cuts back to that reporter lady who's like, Slade Craven's coming on because he's a wild card.
Right.
It's like nothing you have ever seen before as we climb into the belly of the beast and wait for the arrival of the self-proclaimed Dark Angel, Slade Craven!
The whole airplane staff are just like, no, this is bad.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, all right.
And then the best part is that Rutger Hauer's like, well, it's some turbulence. That'll sit their asses down.
Let's purposely drive in. Let's purposely fly this into a storm.
Yes, Captain. The band members have just left their seats and are headed for the stage.
Mary, you can't leave the cockpit yet. You'll have to handle it, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
I knew we were going to have trouble on this one. Where do we hit that bad stuff?
100 miles west of Santa Fe. Gonna be bumpy.
Well, that should put a lid on those wackos back there for a little while.
But what's really funny is that whenever it cuts back to Slade Craven playing the show, everyone's already sitting down.
Yeah.
Everybody's pretty docile and laid back. Is that his version of rocking out?
Yeah, man.
Looks like he's having some kind of seizure.
Look like Bart Simpson dancing.
It's the most tame crowd. The only one attempting to give a shit is Slade Craven.
I know. And he's roaming around on this open floor.
Yeah.
Like, down off of the stage. I thought he was going to be among his people, but his people are like 20 yards back.
And they're sitting down.
It's like
they want no part of moshing.
I know.
They just want to sit down and enjoy
They
the
were
show.
actually really respectful.
They were
like,
very
the fans,
respectful, yeah.
They were worried about the fans, but the fans were like, guys, this is an airplane. We can't jostle it around.
You know, you wanted them to sit down with the turbulence. They don't even need the turbulence. They're already sitting down.
Yeah. Just shoot me, baby.
Bring it,
This is so bad.
Yeah, there's nothing good about this. That's for sure. Right, Slade Craven plays one song because it cuts.
Hacker kind of saves the day along with Slade Craven.
Hacker guy kind of helps land the plane. Like he's playing a video game, a simulator, a flying simulator to help.
Yeah, he pulled out
Slade Craven land the plane somehow.
Yeah.
it doesn't really explain what's happening.
I mean, it's just
he's just like,
he's
hey,
like, look, he's like, I'm gonna help you. Let me get my fucking Mad Catz joystick.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, Mad Catz sucks so much.
Who's gonna land the plane?
Yeah.
That's the question.
I mean, are they really that important?
I mean,
Oh my God.
She said earlier that he was gonna land the plane. He's gonna hack the plane. He plays video games.
I didn't know that he was gonna use some fucking piece of shit joystick.
What else was he gonna use?
Really, there's no motive. It's just some weird guy that wants to.
But no, there actually is a motive because.
But they don't explain it.
Well, no, they do. The terrorists that capture the plane. Well, the Satan worshippers, whatever. They want to capture the plane and fly it into the ground, into a church that's built on ancient satanic land. And if they crash the plane in it, I guess with Slave Craven, who's the Antichrist, that they will open up the gates of hell.
Right, and this plot that you just laid out sounds exactly like a stoner's wet dream.
Simon Flanders. He's linked to a group of devil worshippers. Daughter of the Gateway, the one that shall lead the 10 million. What does this have to do with what's happening on the plane?
Satanic mumbo jumbo. Stall prophecy.
Cataclysm of fire. Death of the false prophet. Release the dark angel.
So Slade Craven's trying to land this plane. I mean, he's on the phone with Nick the hacker, who's on the phone with the FBI, who's on the phone with the other pilot, who's on the phone with anyone else that's willing to fucking listen, because everyone's on the fucking phone. But to his credit, Slade Craven lands a plane, and everything kind of works out good. Joe Macaroni is like, hey, you did a good job. He walks off, and then he's gone. The pilot
He literally said, hey, you want to go get something to eat? Let's go get something to eat.
That's right, yeah. He's like, hey, let's go get something to eat. Puts his coat on,
and
he's gone. He doesn't come back.
Can we go get something to eat now?
Please. Oh, that was amazing. Well done, guys.
And then
Fucking
Nick the hacker bangs the hacker chick, the nerdy hacker chick.
the FBI agent.
And then Slade Craven walks out of the plane.
After all the fans have also walked out of the plane.
Everyone's walked out. The fans mob him.
Yeah, and hug him a lot.
And they hug. Well, I mean, he kind of did save their life.
Well, I mean, but they hug him a lot. And
Thanks, man.
He was so metal that he can land a plane.
just look. No, the last scene is the last scene is Slade Craven having a John Hughes moment. He goes, yeah, and it fucking freeze frames.
Does he? God, I don't remember that. Wow.
Fades out because he was like,
oh, before I forget. Travis watched this with us, but he had to leave. He had a family thing to take care of.
his commentary will be on the track.
Yeah. So whenever you hear it, he's there. But he could be on the panel with us. But this is a movie. This is a competent movie. This is something. This is a legit movie. This is a piece of shit. This makes no fucking sense. Bloodsucking Pharaohs in Pittsburgh. You read that title, you're like, this is gold. Everything about this sounds amazing. This is a piece of fucking dog shit.
It doesn't even live up to his title. There's no blood-sucking. There's hardly any pharaohs. And Pittsburgh doesn't even play a role in this movie. You know what? You can't even see Pittsburgh because they don't use any lighting in this film.
Yeah.
Perhaps we would need to remove.
He's got a light right there. I bet he doesn't turn it on.
Recline and relax. while I prepare for the documentation of your achieving.
You didn't turn the lights on. But when your actual actors are in the dark and you can't see anything, it kind of takes away from the moment.
I don't mind it. Alright, let's just take it slow. This could be a problem.
Not that it matters, because this fucking movie makes no goddamn sense anyway. I will attempt, Pat, to explain this piece of shit.
Good luck.
Okay. Pause right there. Let me get some more scotch. I need some more booze in me to explain this piece of shit. It's a wannabe noir movie that has to do with hookers being murdered, that ends with Pharaoh woman trying to become a god?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
I thought you were... No? Fucking... Dude, I don't know what was going on with this movie.
So, this movie starts off with a hooker being murdered.
Well, let's I mean, you're downplaying the genius of the opening because it was just like that cliche fucking Lover's Cliff wherever everybody goes to get laid in their cars.
Hey, what's that? Hey, do you hear that?
The woman got her head rolled up in the window, and then the guy took a skill saw, sawed her head off, and scooped her brains out with a spoon.
Yes, but you are missing the best part about that is that he's carrying a generator,
right?
A gas-powered generator
in a wagon.
Yeah. Wow, there's light.
And they would always cut to him
switching
it on, pulling like the zip tie, the ripcord,
just to get it started,
to get it going. And then the killer would kill a hooker, and it has the really pissed off chief.
That's what this San fucking hill is going on here.
That's the pissed off chief,
though. Travel agency? Now we buy plane tickets. Do you know who I just got off the phone with?
The mayor?
No. Do you want to guess?
Your darling wife and two lovely children, James and Murray.
I hate my wife. I hate my children. The commissioner, that's you.
Right, but it has that slapstick humor of like whenever they're first and it's playing that dramatic music and they're putting like the little hieroglyph paper that they found in the skull on the car, and there's this dramatic music playing, and in the middle of it they're like, hey, can you turn that off? And there's this fucking cop that's just leaning on his car with this huge megaphone on top of him. He's like, oh, I gotta turn my music off. And then the dramatic music cuts.
Yeah.
And
I love that music too. This sounds like video game music.
oh man, is it gonna be one of these types of movies?
But there were a few funny jokes in this. Like at one point, one of the detective's wives wants to stop smoking, so she goes to a class to help her stop smoking.
I really hated that.
And it's really dumb at first because she lights a cigarette and they gorillas, like these guys in gorilla outfits spray with a water hose.
No reason for them to be dressed as gorillas.
But it was stupid, but it was kind of funny. Smoking causes your building to collapse.
What? What is going on?
Second one was a bunch of guys in lab coats sitting next to her, So when she lights a cigarette, they literally have like LED light bulbs.
They're not LEDs.
They are like fluorescent light bulbs.
Yeah, they're the long fluorescent ones with the prongs on the end, and pretending that they're cattle prods.
And they literally like are touching her, and they have this really shitty like electricity going through.
I like how he gives it to her and lights it for her.
They're just like cattle prodder. You can clearly tell those are LED light bulbs. And to this movie's credit, I will give it this. The rest of the movie, she has like crazy wild ass hair. It's like Bride of Frankenstein kind of. To its credit. But
and gauze around her face. Yeah, I had a black guy beat her up.
Well, no, So the next phase of her schooling, I guess, to quit smoking, is they bring a black guy in to beat the shit out of her every time she wants to smoke a cigarette.
We have alternate techniques for difficult cases such as yours. I'd like you to meet Henry, your physical therapist.
Yeah, because the teacher's like, take a drag. And she's like, and the guy just wails on her, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, well.
Now, Mrs. Birdwell, will you inhale, please?
Just like punch her in the gut.
I know, right?
Now, Mrs. Birdwell, could you inhale again, please?
Why bring the hookers to where you are? Why don't you go to where the hookers are? Then it'd be like a buffet.
Because I feel like Vegas might have competent police. Pittsburgh does not.
Not in this movie.
Because, like, literally, the police chief starts shooting his gun in the police station.
Oh, God.
You remember that?
Yeah, that shtick. Jesus Christ.
He's like, you're the worst cops ever. You're crawling up my ass.
No! We were talking about the impending murders of two geek detectives who happen to be the lousiest cops on the force.
Such a cliche fucking police chief. He's fat and he's sweaty.
Right, yeah.
And his hair is just disheveled and thinning.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that.
That was probably your favorite part.
Yeah, that's the only thing I did enjoy about this movie.
Oh,
the Pharaoh needs tears to make her a more powerful god, apparently.
She's a tough old broad.
Do you know what I mean, Dee Dee? Why don't you guess?
My vagina.
Tears. Just tears.
Oh, tears.
Tears from a virgin taken in sorrow.
Because whenever she kills somebody, she has to drop tears into the vat of blood.
Yeah.
That she murders men in, apparently.
Yeah. It's just it's not well thought out. Well, this movie is just garbage. It was almost painful at times. I was sitting there like,
yeah,
what is this movie
over? There was times where I just wanted this thing just to fucking end. I was just like, I'm so tired of this.
What?
Whenever
Dee
thank you. Whenever Dee Dee runs into one of the hotel rooms, she sees were they midgets?
Yeah, they were midgets.
She sees a bunch of midgets painting a fat woman. And with, they have with butter, or like peanut butter or something.
I have no idea. It's just that their voices were like that comical squeaking sound. It was almost borderline offensive to me, and I'm not even a midget.
What the fuck? What the fuck was there like painting that fat chick? What the hell was that?
You retelling this is making me... It just reinforces how much I hate this movie.
Yeah.
Just hearing a second-hand account of it is making me... Like, I'm nodding my head, just like, fuck.
Very end of this.
Yeah.
With
a melting face.
To where the main
eyeballs.
lady's face melts.
No. What are you talking about, the main lady's face melts? No, it's fucking the guy who owns the restaurant.
Oh.
His face melts.
To where the fat guy with the mustache face melts.
His face doesn't melt. The fat guy gets his head cut off.
Oh, that's right. The fat guy gets his head cut off.
You are terrible at discussing this film.
He cut his head off.
The Egyptian dude that owns the restaurant, his head melts.
What? He's like ripping his skin off.
This right here was like 90% of the budget.
Oh yeah, this is why they couldn't afford lights.
And then the main Pharaoh lady gets crushed by a trash compactor, and you don't even get the payoff of watching her fucking head explode.
Right.
You were so mad about it.
That's
Cut
right.
to the audio of you being mad about it.
That's right.
Right here.
Oh, I wouldn't want to miss this one.
Oh, let me give us a head explode. Oh, that's lame. At least give us a head explosion.
And then Smoky Woman shows up. It's because, you know, she has the mouth talking thing. Even though she doesn't have a hole in her throat. But she has, what is this called? When you have this? What is this?
That's a neck.
No, when you have the, I am a robot. What is this called? I am blah, blah, blah. I get fucking whatever.
A trachotron.
That's not right. Tracheotomy. That's what it is.
But that's when you ever have the hole. That's not what this is
but
called.
that's the thing. She doesn't have the hole. She just kind of talks with that thing because she's like
she uses the throat speaker.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a hole in her throat.
No, she doesn't.
This movie, like they shot. This is a straight VHS movie. They shot this on a VHS camera.
This movie should be on DVD. This movie should be on VHS. That's how it is.
This movie was originally on VHS, to its credit, and someone just recorded over to a DVD.
I don't know. It was so terrible.
This is probably on DVD somewhere.
Shit. There's barely any commentary about this movie because we were not enjoying it at all.
There's a commentary track on this.
There's a commentary track on the DVD.
I really do want to watch.
By the way,
Pat, would you recommend Turbulence 3 Heavy Metal?
I mean, I would semi-recommend it. Just depending on what kind of person you are. If you have an hour and a half on a Sunday in which you can get hammered and watch something that is kind of entertaining, a little bit ridiculous, and you're not going to be mad about the time that you wasted watching it, yeah, I would do that. I would say go for it.
Okay. Would you recommend this piece of shit, Bloodsucking Pharaohs in Pittsburgh?
No. Never. How much did you pay for this?
$2.50.
It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it.
I'm kind of right there with you. You know, Turbulence 3 it's a movie, and it's fun. It's silly. It's wacky. I mean, why the hell would a band be playing on an airplane? But who cares? Because you know, it tells a story, and it's fine. If you want to watch a really cheesy, shitty metal band play on an airplane, this is the movie for you.
Yeah, that's a very particular demographic, by the way.
It is. It definitely is. But it is there. Now, if you want to watch a piece of shit and afterwards you want to gouge your eyes out and possibly put a bullet through your brain,
just make sure that you lock up all your belts.
Yeah. Then go ahead and watch this Pittsburgh. What the fuck is this called? Bloodsucking Pittsburgh.
Bloodsucking Pharaohs.
Bloodsucking Pharaohs in Pittsburgh. Because this movie is a piece of shit. And it's terrible. And I fucking hate everything about it. And if you watch it, you're probably going to die. Because this piece of shit Pharaoh's going to come get you.
Okay, was it The Ring? What do you...
It might as well be The fucking Ring. This movie sucks. And I fucking hate it. But if you want to watch a really good fucking movie, watch this. Shadow Dragon. Shot in Conroe, Texas. 30 minutes outside of Houston. This is the second of a trilogy. and it's amazing.
And did you watch this?
I did, and it's incredible.
So, do you have an episode about that?
I don't, but maybe,
I feel like I'm out of the loop. I want. How good was it?
I have to get the other two.
Are you doing your bit now on this episode?
I'm just recommending. Me and Isaac watched this, and we didn't film it. We just sat down. We watched this movie, and it is incredible. This is a gem.
Let's see this.
It's great. You people need to watch that. Don't watch this. It's a piece of shit. Watch this. It's fun. It's fine.
The last surviving member of the infamous Barrio Angels, spelled with a Z.
I can't do the actual review until I get the other two. This is a trilogy. I have to get the other ones.